Hello, fellow racers. This is NHRA 1975. It's March 28th, 2026, and I've been working on the Monty here over the winter, and I'm making some front suspension modifications that are pretty neat. Um, I guess the big thing is I went and bought a kit from Viking Shocks. It was a coilover kit, but unfortunately the coilovers I found out don't work very well on these heavy nose suspension cars, and you're actually better off, unless you want to do some major modifications, sticking with a taller spring. And I can still use Viking shocks, and then that taller spring will actually be better for you. So let me just go ahead first of all and show you the coilover kit I bought from Viking. Hi guys, just inside my house here. Just elected to store these various suspension stuff inside to keep the clutter down in the garage. Anyways, yeah, these are the nice Viking shocks I bought. And like, they're meant for a coilover application. Obviously, I made an error in going to the hybrid coilover, but these will still be able to use. They're the same as the smooth ones. They just simply have the ribs on them so that you can add the coilover bracketry. But I obviously won't be using that. And but these shocks are the same kind of shocks you'd use in a non-coilover if you're just going with a stock coil spring. So that's good. I'm able to reuse them. This isn't a total loss. Now, of course, the coil springs themselves, I'll just leave in the package. For the coilover conversion, maybe one day I'll use them. I don't know where. It's kind of a waste. And there's all the things you do to the little brackets you attach to the shock themselves. So yeah, that's kind of crappy, but the alternative was to return it and then get some money back, but I wouldn't actually be getting much money back by the time I do shipping and everything. So Viking just said to keep them, and I'll just use these, and then the nice coil springs from Landry company. Okay, thanks. I'll go on to the next thing. Okay, now that we're back here, I'll show you what I'm going to be doing instead. I'm going with a company called Landrium, and they make really special coil springs. Coil springs here. This is the stock one that came out of the Monty, which actually worked fairly well. It's a Moog, I think 5292, with a 266 spring rate. And these are the ones I'm putting in. These are the Landrium. Now, you can just tell by looking, like, they're really nicely made compared to the Moog. You know, the Moog probably would have still worked, but I kind of got in a little rabbit hole here, and I decided to get the even nicer springs. These are actually 250 weight, and they're both 18-inch tall springs. So I'm hoping these springs will help get more stored energy and get this thing to lift even more. I don't think I'll be doing wheel stands like that super stock Buick last year. I'll show you a picture of it. That super stock Buick at Lustville Driveway was doing some really nice wheel stands. I don't think I'll be there, but it will improve. And at least I caught it before I assembled everything and tried to use the coilovers. And talking with some friends and then looking online, it does appear that you really need a taller spring with these cars again. So the option, if you want to use coilovers, is to use an extension on it, which you have to weld in and everything into all these brackets. And this is a simple way to do it. So anyways, I'm going to be using this nice Landrium coil spring. And I showed you guys the shocks already for the kit I bought, but there's the other Viking. Also, for the lower control arm, this needs to be modified to fit the shocks. Shocks are wider, and my neighbor helped me here. He also created an area that I can get the little dial adjusters. I'll be able to do that from underneath instead of trying to do it through the coil spring itself. So that will help. So today I'm hoping to put this back on and maybe install this coil spring. Landrium also has a neat coil spring compressor. Alright, so Landrium has this cool coil spring compressor. Here it is here, if you can see it. And basically what you do, this goes through the top of the shock tower, this thing right here. And then this goes underneath to grab it. So you don't have that problem where you know, if you're using ones that clamp the middle, that could let go. Now the only thing is because these coil springs in the A-body application actually kind of go like this, you will have to pull it in. So maybe I'll make a short video on that or something to show how that goes. But yeah, so I'm hoping this should help get all this thing together, and I'm able to basically reattach. I got the brakes, so had new brake calipers. Here I just went with the stock geometric ones. Hopefully they work better than the old ones and grab during burnout. And also some new AN hoses, because the other AN hoses were starting to get, I think they're starting to get pinched too, so that's no good either. So anyway, so I guess that's it right now. And then just essentially reinstall obviously the stock discs and all that kind of hardware. Not much else really want to do. And then yeah, maybe I'll be ready for the season. This year I might be doing more junior dragster stuff, to be honest. So I don't know how much I'll be getting this out. Like I thought I could get it more this year, but I'll see how the junior dragster goes with my son. I'm looking into purchasing one of those. So not too I will get this out, but I'm not too sure if it will be the rate I was hoping, because you know junior dragster costs money too, and as you guys know, gasoline prices have gone up, so a bunch of other factors too. So we'll see, but I do want to get this car out, just get it out and do some bracket racing again this year with it. We'll see how that front suspension works out. So anyways, guys, just thanks for watching, and I guess I'll check in later and maybe make just a short video on how the Landrum coil spring compressor works.